You know,
honestly speaking.
I think he's the first governor who's been re-elected in Oyo State, I think, gotten a second term in the history of Oyo State, which, I mean, is a very big deal. If you can't count top 5 states with regards to clouds, quote unquote, in this country, and Oyo State doesn't come in. I mean, Ibadan is one of the most major cities in this country. What has happened between then and now? Going back to your first point about, you know, maybe politicians selling something and doing something else. I'm sure there was a promise about education in his campaign. What usually happens with politicians that makes us not hold them enough to account when things like this happen?
You see, politicians they've realized something. Most Nigerians are very gullible. And the reason why I say that they are gullible is this. They understand that when they come during a campaign to tell you, I'm going to do this and that, and if they fail to do it, you don't hold them accountable. And that's a very big problem. It's because when someone came in, or when it was campaigning and they said he's going to do, and later he comes in and tells you, there's no fund for education. But this is the same man that gets security votes. We have to start asking questions. What happens to those security votes? Because if the students are not going to school, automatically that constitutes a security threat to the state. But you still feel that, there is no fund, so they should go. How peaceful do you want them to be? How peaceful do you want them, for people that have been at home for 8 months? How peaceful do you want them to be? So to me, I feel it's a pity we are on this kind of government. But it's not about Oyo State alone this time around. I think it's nationwide, as far as I'm concerned. And I would say that there's a bit of a solution that I feel that we should advance. I think we should scrap the state governors. We should scrap the state government as a whole, as a past. No, I understand.
That's quite drastic.
No, it's quite drastic. But if you look at it from the pragmatic view, what are they doing? They're paying salaries. That's what most of them are doing. They're paying salaries, awarding contracts. No initiative. So tell me why. And if you look at the structure of government, state government are even far away from the people. It's the local government that are more closer to the people. So while people are agitating and demanding for regional government, let's bring back the days of the Awolowos, where we have a regional government, and we have let's have local government, local councils. Let's have chairmen of them who are closer to the people, who knows the agitation and the feelings of the people. They will now report back to the central, to the regional government. And that will save us the thing of allocating security votes, billions of them. They go to Abuja, they go and get, and they come back. Few days ago, some of them still got the Paris refund. They usually give them agriculture, eco fund, and then they keep telling us, oh, you know, the economy is hard. What the economy is hard? You guys are getting billions of naira every day. They've released over $1 trillion as bailout for 2 states. And I still think the economy is hard. What are you using the money for?
Well, I know that's quite a drastic, quite a drastic solution. And even if it works, it's definitely more long term. But looking at the way things are on ground now, I mean, it's not the first time that people have complained about, you know, politicians maybe switching up on the electorates when they get into power. What sort of things should Nigerians be doing? Because it looks like it's not even necessarily an issue of getting young people in power or putting someone else in government. It's more a question of how we react and how we hold people accountable. What should we be doing? And it looks like there's no, I don't know if the word is motivation for people to even react in times like this. And it's always very short-lived, even if we do.
Well, I think firstly I'd like to, I totally disagree, I vehemently disagree with Bola on the fact that we should scrap the state governments and what have you, because whether you like it or not, believe you me, state governments are very, very important, part of our democracy and our democratic structures in Nigeria. Now, it's another question whether they are very close to their people or not, but then you would agree with me that some governors are very, very on ground. They are very close to their people, and that's the honest truth. I think what we need to do is to strengthen, our capacities to actually deliver. That is the honest truth. And then this varies from state to state. And we also need to strengthen, the apparatus of the local governments, and then we hold them accountable at every point in time. Then back to your question. You see, the honest truth is that Nigerians are more aware of their rights right now. They are more aware of their political situation. They are more aware of their political future. And so if any governor or any minister or any senator thinks that it will be business as usual, I think that fellow is just a jester. That's the honest truth. Because you would see from 2019 election that it would be a very different twist altogether. That's the honest truth. In fact, 2015 election taught us another lesson entirely. and then you see a situation whereby people are actually canvassing for one candidate or the other to emerge as victorious, and that's the honest truth. So 2019 is going to be another experience for us in this country as we journey through these democratic advancements. But one thing I want us to actually use this platform to tell our leaders is that they should please do what the people want. They have made a lot of promises before getting into office, and then they should actually ensure that all of these promises turn to reality, turn to realistic, should I say food on the table, and that's the honest truth. And then they should implement policies that will actually change the lives of the people for the better. That's the honest truth. Because people are just watching, they are waiting for another election, and then they know that if you have not performed, you actually you lose that seat. Or
does the party have any duty to play, any role to play in all of this? And I'm talking about the APC now. They are the majority party in the country, virtually everywhere. The state government, the legislature, the federal government, and all of that. And this, the governor of Oyo State is a member of the party. For a party that's sort of rode into power, talking about the fact that the last government was sort of insensitive to Nigerians. And we hear things like this. Not for the first time. There were allegations as well against the former governor of Edo State, where he shouted down a few people on the streets and called them names. We don't know. Is this a party thing? Is there something the party can do in this situation, or is it just all up to Nigerians now?
I think when it comes to democracy, party itself is the bedrock of democracy. Because it's a party that presents a candidate for you, and at the end of the day, either you like it or not, you must choose a candidate of the party. And for Nigeria that does not have an independent candidacy, I think it's really important that a political party looks clearly internally who they present as a candidate. You see,
make better scrutiny.
A lot of things need to go into. It's not just about an individual coming up because he belongs to a section or because someone is bringing in your art, but actually it now depends on the competency of that individual.
Okay.
And it's really
let's take a quick break. We'll take a break now. When we come back, we'll continue our discussion on probably other things that have caught our attention this week. I know this has taken quite a bit of time, but please stay with us and we'll be right back.
Let's dance now, it is my turn. Just walk